Of myself is pure evil in the mirror, but I'm just getting started. Things are gonna get weirder and the police are taking hard. No one will hear. One quick slice to us all chest. One quick slice to us supple breast and fuck it. We're chopping off the rest. I put some corpse up and call it as a trail. When it comes down, there's skin in that trail. I know the method was fail. Nothing to do, so I guess I'll be dressed and I'm blasting around. Blood mess. All I wanna do was feel her flesh with one last caress. But I'm already inside. Nothing you can do as your children cry. What you feel like do, now you gotta die. Out that wicked, never play your eyes and I'm coming. So when your heart's like power with the wicked drum. Something wicked, this might come. Here we come, here we come. Something wicked, this might come. So when your heart's like power with the wicked drum. Something wicked, this might come. Here we come, here we come. Something wicked, this might come. When you close your eyes, I'm the man the way you sleep. I won't play the one for you, will be my helping sheep. It's just so gonna reek when your eyes get so deep. I'm causing more destruction than a cavity creep. Now I keep down with shame and lies, my lyrics mystified. Flies in the bottom, melt, shoot, fly. Fly, system back, I listen to my wicked lullabies. Where I'm deep, today, to the double deep. Why? Get this out forward like a silent double monk. You fuck some gutter, when you try to talk that shit. I'm the deep down this slug, ain't a crash, I always look. The metal's on the body when it's decaying in my truck. I can twist my mind apart, the doctors come inside. Make me come up with better than nothing like this. Homicide into the bottom, full of miles amplified. Evil in a full letter, so pure inside a fly. Listen very close, I play my mastermind. With someone all the evil, I'll completely intertwine. Walking home alone, then I'll stick him from behind. Crack, crash, snap, snap, twist, twist, fine. So when your heart's like power with the wicked drum. Something wicked, this might come. Here we come, here we come. Something wicked, this might come. So when your heart's like power with the wicked drum. Something wicked, this might come. Here we come, here we come. Something wicked, this might come. Type your kids up with my kids tonight. For my 18th birthday, got 25 to life. Ain't gonna be no cellmates, bitch. Watch your back, they'll be right. Ready to death. Trying to put me for a fool, and you ain't too fucking smart. And I'm flying through the air like the poison tip lawn. So my random buckets on my local Kmart. Coming off the top, I was like in there on night art. It's like shit, like can't come. Scooping out your illness, and I'll hang them on some hooks. The one know we said I had a negative outlook. Been this fucked up since the first all I come. The packs on the prowl, I was swallowing something foul. We got more smarts than ones either out. So we're going fucking crazy cause we got mad cow. And you know we're around when you hear the pack. I'll spin you around like a merry-go-round. I've been moving so fast, your face against the ground. Now my head is leather, my soul's in mud bound. Chop, 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 and you won't understand. So when your heart's
place, and I'm going to kick Abdullah to put his ass right here. So you stick around, and you watch, and you listen, and you get prepared to see one of the best shows in professional wrestling and some Vince McMahon.
The wrestling capital of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Pro Pain Pro Wrestling. It's time for 3PW. I'm Jerry Strauss. Back alongside me, we have Mike Winter. What's going on, Mike?
I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to see that Bam Bam Bigelow is here tonight. What's Joey Matthews doing out here with Matt Striker and Rob Eckos?
I don't know what's going on. We're getting set for our first match involving Striker, who made his debut here at 3PW last month. But I'm as perplexed as you. Why is Rob Eckos out here? And why are they coming out to the music of Joey Matthews? Hopefully, at least one of them will shed some light on this situation.
We can only hope. I mean, the most experienced person of this trio is Joey Matthews. And it looks like he's about to speak.
Joey Matthews making reference to an Eagles loss today. A New York sucks chant erupting. Striker from New York, of course.
This telling you exactly where you are.
Oh yeah, I like this idea.
Because Joey Matthews will do the one thing that all the Hogans, all the Flairs, all the Bigelows fail to do.
Shut up.
Joey Matthews is gonna pass the torch.
Who's he gonna pass the torch to? Not one of those guys, I hope. Of course.
Oh no.
That's the last thing we need. 2 more Joey Matthews clones.
These two exemplify everything a blue shipper should be. And I'm going to pass on my years of knowledge and wisdom in this business to these two young men and give them the hell out of Philadelphia and the big time.
Wait a second. Philadelphia is the big time.
Hi, everybody! Last month you guys were great. I really want to thank you. You clapped your hands, you stomped your feet, you got my wife beating coursing through my veins. And together, you great fans and me, Matt Striker, go straight to the top of 3PW and the wrestling world. So everybody, clap your hands, come on!
This guy actually thinks that these people like him.
This guy's a real case. They can't clap their hands when they're all giving him the finger.
Listen, let me tell you something. These idiots will never buy you as a babyface. They don't even care about themselves. How they gonna care about you? Listen, I'll work on promos later, but I'll teach all about how to do a promo.
Oh, give me a break.
I want you to bring out the unfortunate soul who got put in a match with Matt Striker.
Matt Striker set for competition, and it's going to be stiff competition indeed.
When you talk about stiff, that is Josh Daniels. This is going to be a very great contest. Very tough competitor, Josh Daniels. Maybe he's going to, you know, knock some sense into Matt Striker.
Josh Daniels, one of the young talents here in 3PW. He's really been making a name for himself. And this is a chance for Striker to make a name for himself.
Well, he's already trying to with associating himself with Joey Matthews. I don't know why he'd want to do that. He could just do what Josh Daniels has been doing, get some great victories, just showing the fans what exactly he can do.
Well, we'll see how the new Joey Matthews-led Striker fares here, trying to get the fans on his side. As usual, and as usual, it's not working too well.
Well, I guess you can call these three Matthews minions.
I guess. Waistlock by Joey Matthews. Into a fireman's carry. Nice takedown by Striker. And holding on to that arm.
Oh, look at this. He's just mocking the fans and Josh Daniels.
I'm not sure if he's mocking them or if he's just so stupid that he actually thinks that he's popular out here.
Maybe he should just get, you know, get a checkup, check his ears. Is he deaf or something?
Series of reversals and into a side headlock again by Striker.
Daniels trying to find a way out of this. Beautiful reversal.
And he gets out of it. Both guys in tremendous shape. And Striker gets sent right down by the more powerful Josh Daniels. And again, leapfrog and a hip toss.
This Josh Daniels is deceivingly powerful.
He is, but right now he's being outmaneuvered by Striker.
Striker just can't underestimate him.
I don't think there's any underestimation now. Big body slam. Daniels on the move. Power drive elbow. And 1.5 count for Josh Daniels.
Striker begging off.
And a cheap shot. Questionably low blow by Matt Striker. Big overhand chop. I don't know if he wants to get in a war of chops with Josh Daniels, though.
No, definitely, Jerry. This is a big mistake by Striker. Josh Daniels is able to turn around. We're going to hear some loud chops.
It's working so far. The big rock star pose by Striker.
Oh, shit!
And not a good look for Striker right now. Ow. 5.
Daniels just lighting him up.
And there's the advantage of having Joey Matthews at ringside, a guy who'll do just about anything for a victory, and who apparently will do anything to see one of his men win as well.
Yeah, that's that intangible that Matt Striker now has. This is what could make him a big star here in 3PW.
Not just one, but 2 guys at ringside. Eckos distracting a referee as Matthews did some serious damage. And only a 2 count, but Daniels took quite a beating out there.
You know, even though the ref didn't see it, he should know to send those two idiots out of here.
Kick to the midsection by Striker. He's on the move and a high knee left. Nicely done. And here we go again, off the ropes. And Polish power.
Polish hammer.
That hasn't worked in 15 years.
It hasn't worked in 15, but I don't think we've seen that in 20 years.
Armbringer applied basic offense by Striker. Climbing up the stairs. He's gonna walk the ropes. And the chop right to that bicep into a fireman's carry now. Good series of moves, airplane spin. And rolling right through.
You know, I think Striker's been watching some very, very old school tapes.
Look at that fish drop right there.
Very old school. You know, last time I saw a fish drop work, he had two guys doing it off the top. Forget the team name.
In any case, Striker locking in an abdominal stretch. He's got good positioning, even better than I thought actually, as he's got that rope illegally, I might add, for leverage.
Is this guy lost in the 80s or something? Where's his head at?
Again, he's got the rope. The referee yet to catch him, but he sees those shaking ropes, so he is suspicious. And now he caught him. Striker is kicked off by the referee. Kudos to him. And here comes Josh Daniels with an arm drag. A second one. And a big press slam. Getting the big man up. And sent back down to the mat. A trip up by Joey Matthews. And these fans are on Matthews and his minions, as you've called them.
You know, I was about to say Josh Daniels is perfectly built for wrestling. He's short, he's stocky, he's well built, well stacked, and he's quick, you know, but he just can't make it when there's three other guys out here.
It's going to be a hard obstacle for him to overcome, that's for sure, as you see Striker locking in the old sleeper hold. Trying to take the wind away from Josh Daniels. Daniels a powerful guy, but it's hard to use that power when you're down on the mat. That is exactly what Striker is trying to accomplish.
I wonder if Striker's thinking about strutting and cutting afterwards.
Striker was sent off the ropes and caught with a big knee to the midsection. Daniels with an opening as he sends Striker all the way to the opposite corner, but then gets caught with the back elbow, just a little too slow. Big boot. Uh-oh. Overhead belly to belly by Daniels, both men down.
Almost picture perfect belly to belly right there. Daniels has to capitalize, but he may be out of it after all that beating.
And Striker clapping, stomping his boot, trying to get the crowd into it like he's Tito Santana or something. Big reverse elbow by Daniels, who is now on fire as he follows up with the clothesline that almost took Striker's head off. And again. Look at this, front face lock, snap suplex, holding on.
We've seen this before. He goes into another vertical suplex.
Look at that. 6, 7, 8, 9 second delayed suplex.
Daniels looking to go to the top.
Daniels known to try this late in the match. It doesn't always work out too well for him, but he's going to try it one more time. And he hits the swan dive headbutt.
This should be over.
And look at Eckos on the apron. Give me a break, ref. Turn around. Matthews with a reverse diving inverted DDT.
What's Striker doing? The ref didn't see that.
My God, if he had even half a brain, he would go for the cover right now. Even Eckos telling him, hey, Daniels from behind, and he gets the 3 count.
Daniels against all odds pulls out the victory.
We've seen the debut of a new clique, if you will, Matthews Minions, but they are not successful in their first time out, and Joey Matthews and Eckos not happy with Striker.
Striker's so clueless, he thinks he's getting the fans behind him after this. After all that cheating, even after losing the match, he thinks he can still get the fans behind him.
Unbelievable. We're getting set for our next match. John Finnegan in the ring, one of our senior officials here at 3PW.
I still can't get over how clueless Matt Striker is. He had it won. He had it won right in the middle of the ring. But this guy is so completely clueless and mindless. I don't know what to say. I could even call him dumb.
That would be an insult to dumb people, Mike. But here comes the harlot and her quote-unquote hottie. Here comes Jasmine St. Clair and her man, the sexiest man alive, according to them, Jason Knight.
Jason Knight and Jasmine St. Clair, one big ball of evil, if you ask me.
Looking better than ever, but she is just such an evil, evil wench, Mike. But this is going to be a grudge match that we've been waiting for a while. I can't say that I'm not a little bit envious of Jason right now.
I'm completely envious, but you gotta ask, even with how beautiful she is, do you really want to get involved with such an evil, evil Jezebel?
I don't know. If I wasn't looking at her, I'd definitely say no, but I'm kind of confused. But here comes a guy with nothing but revenge on his mind. Here comes the Blue Meanie. And Mike, this could easily be an episode of Jerry Springer. We've got Jasmine St. Clair, we've got her new boyfriend, and he's ready to face off with the guy who she dumped in order to go with him. She's about to get in the middle of a grudge match that we've never really seen in quite some time. Something like this, unbelievable.
You mentioned this could turn into Jerry Springer, but if you ask me, with how angry the Blue Meanie is, this could end up like an episode of Cops.
Well, the Blue Meanie, you're absolutely right about that. The Meanie, still looking as fun-loving as ever. He's smiling, he's having a good time as always, but deep inside, you know that he's seething. You know he has a great deal of emotional pain and aggression coming from that pain, directed at Jason and directed at Jasmine St. Clair. And what is this? Oh, no.
Talk about clueless.
Last month, we saw the Mad Dog come out here and claim that it was his destiny to lead the Meanie to greatness.
Good to see you again. Meanie here. My watch tells me it's story time. Okay, Meanie had a dream. And this time, the little monsoon came to me in my dream. He said, Mad Dog, I'm proud of you down to Miami across the Clavicle. You've never forgotten my first lesson to you. Talk big, talk slow.
Jason and Jasmine aren't even paying attention to this crazy
I can
lunatic.
see you are the man to lead this fine Blue Meanie to his championship destiny. It's true, it can happen. It will happen. You consider it. You're welcome.
We thought he couldn't look any more ridiculous with those glasses. I guess he just found a way.
You're welcome.
Apparently, the Mad Dog still sticking with that idea that he's going to stay with the Meanie and support him in his career, his quest for greatness. And look at him jogging around the ring. This is the most exercise I think he's gotten in 30 years.
I think he wants to be called Mini Meanie now. What is he doing?
Even the Meanie is distracted, and that gives Jason the opportunity he needs to jumpstart this match with a big back elbow. Nice move by Jason. Meanie better get his mind on business, because as much as he wants to tear into Jason, Jasmine has Jason just chomping at the bit to tear into him. Meanie with an arm drag, following that nice drop toe hold, and he is right back in control.
I think you can pay attention to the inside action. I'm going to pay attention to this wacko out here, and you know, Jasmine St. Clair.
Meanie working that arm.
Mini Meanie's looking a little winded out there.
I hope we have EMTs standing by, because at some point I think the Mad Dog is going to need them.
Meanie working on that arm, look at that.
Mike, for months, for years even, the Meanie and Jasmine were a pair, a couple, an idol. They went everywhere, they supported each other in their wrestling careers, and Jasmine threw it all away just a couple of months ago. She broke his heart, and she threw him away like not so much just a bag of trash, because she wanted to go with Jason Knight.
Right now, it looks like she made the wrong decision with the Blue Meanie taking over on Jason Knight right now. 10 punches. What was the Mini Meanie doing in there?
I don't know. I wonder if the short little yellow bus dropped him off or something. He's acting kind of freaky.
I just saw Meanie get knocked on the head. Like, do you think Mad Dog was knocked on the head? Somebody put something in his drink? I don't know.
I think his mother may have dropped him on his head. Of course, this was only a couple of weeks ago.
What's going on?
And Jason now getting frustrated, getting in the face of Mad Dog. And here comes Meanie. He's spun around by Jason. Nice enziguri by Jason. That might do it right there. Referee on point for the 3 count.
And that's it, that's it. I don't know what the Blue Meanie must be thinking, but I'd be pretty hot at the Mini Meanie out there. Speaking of hot, here comes Jasmine.
Oh, man.
I wonder if we can get some backstage footage of Jason and Jasmine.
Oh my God, I don't even think they're waiting before they go backstage. And well, it looks like a 6-inch heel right to the side of Blue Meanie.
And what does the Mini Meanie think he's gonna do? He thinks he's gonna stop this? Come on, he's a freak show.
Mike, something tells me that this war is not over, but the first battle is over, and the winners are Jason and Jasmine.
I don't think Mini Meanie's waiting till they get to the back.
More punishment doled out by Jason Knight. Jasmine's new boy toy, if you will, and she is happy. She's as happy as I've ever seen her. And look at her digging that heel in.
Look at Mini Meanie covering up the Blue Meanie.
And to add insult to injury, Meanie used to have Jasmine laying on top of him. Now he's got the Mad Dog. This is just a sorry situation for the Blue Meanie.
Mini Mad Dog Meanie.
What a weird, weird situation. I don't think we've heard the last of this. This war is far from over.
want to lead the Blue Meanie to titles, to championships? All he did was run around the ring.
I don't think Meanie really was too hot on this partnership to begin with, and he's just about fed up, and you can't really blame him. The Mad Dog is just a goof.
Meanie's so fun-loving. This is a different side. Oh, there you go. That's what we come to expect from the Blue Meanie.
Well, he's got a heck of a lot more tolerance than I would have. Like,
yeah, Mad Dog Meanie would have been kicked to the curb, you know, last week.
Set for our next match, and here they come again.
Matthews, Minions, that goofball Matt Striker, that ego maniac Rob Eckos, and that evil mastermind Joey Matthews.
Rob Eckos designated for this match. He's set for one-on-one competition, and we saw earlier in the show that didn't work out too good.
Let's just hope Matt Striker is a little bit more help to Rob Eckos than Rob Eckos and Joey Matthews were to Matt Striker.
Possibly the biggest egomaniac in 3PW. If not, he's certainly up there. We're about to see the arrival of a newcomer to 3PW as they hit the old school Run DMC music. And there he is, Mike. Damian Adams making his debut tonight.
PW newcomer Damian Adams has a tough challenge ahead of him tonight. Matthews Minions are all here. If I was the ref, send him out. Get rid of him.
Apparently, they're going to be allowed to stay at ringside. Both guys looking for a big victory here. Adams would love to be victorious in his first outing in 3PW, while Eckos wants to turn things around for Matthews Minions.
You know what, maybe it's an advantage that Matthews Minions are out here. After what we saw before, maybe this is a good thing for Damian Adams.
Eckos showing a lot of moxie, doing a little white boy dance. I guess that's the only way I could describe that.
Little old school running man, a poorly done running man.
It was more like a trotting man, if that.
It looked like a drunk man, if you ask me.
Striker looking for the double high five, and Eckos not willing to give it to him. So Striker high fives Frank Talent, our Pennsylvania Athletic Commissioner, in the house tonight. Here we go behind into a waist lock, and a reversal by Adams. Adams keeping it all business tonight.
You know, you can call Eckos an egomaniac, but, you know, maybe he's a little bit right, because these two guys, I've heard of Damian Adams. These two guys are two great lightweights going at it right now.
Right now, Eckos taking a breather as he just got arm dragged almost out of his boots with authority by Adams. And Joey Matthews with those quote-unquote words of wisdom. He's giving him some lessons right there.
You know, I think Eckos graduated from wrestling school like a year ago.
The only school I've ever heard that he's graduated from.
I don't think Matt Striker's ever been to school.
Here we go. Arm drag by Eckos. Looks like the words of wisdom from Joey Matthews have not gone to waste, but Adams back again with some hard arm drags.
Adams fired up right now. Got to watch out for Matt Striker.
The battle of the arm drags thus far in this one-on-one contest. Adams showing a great deal of patience, not interfering with the referee's count in any way, not even trying to bring the action outside, just patiently waiting for all the nonsense to cease for Eckos to make his way back to the ring.
You know what? I called them Matthews Minions before. Could be eventually we could call them the Three Stooges.
No, I could see that. And Eckos again bailing out. And I'm kind of wondering what happened to all that confidence. Does it disappear when the bell rings? Maybe it got arm dragged out of him. Eckos brought in the hard way. And a hard right by Damian Adams. Big back body drop. Hard clothesline. And Eckos smartly again outside. And he can't seem to figure this Adams guy out.
This Adams is intense. He's a horse out there.
Adams.
Matthews calling for timeout. Eckos sitting in a chair taking. What is this? Is this just for their amusement?
I don't know. You know what, though? The only thing I could say is these guys are obviously learning their lessons well from Joey Matthews, because this is vintage new school.
That's what we're looking for. We're looking for Damian Adams. Damian Adams trying to make a name for himself. Has to watch out.
Not a good idea. Adams finally losing his temper, and he paid for it as he got caught by the Minions. Reversal, though. And another big back body drop, falls with it. Only a 2 count again, but Eckos dangerously close to dropping that match right there. Eckos is punch drunk. He doesn't even know where he is, and he's just getting kicked. And he's getting a hole kicked right through him.
So this is what Damian Adams is about. He's cutting the nonsense, cutting through all the crap that the Minions have brought with them.
There goes Striker. Adams taking care of him. But Matthews, that smooth operator that he is, nonchalantly pulls that top rope down, and Adams drops out of sight.
You know, and he gets dumped just like Josh Daniels did in the last match. Let's just hope that Damian Adams takes the barrier hard on that one.
This is a tragic situation for Adams, who is so set on winning his first match here, making a good impression, but the tide has turned, and it has turned in a major way.
You got to think these young guys making their first appearance in 3PW, they got to be nervous. They're so excited to be here, but then they have to come up and they have to take on three really evil men.
Only a 2 count for Eckos, as it's obvious he's going for that victory as soon as possible. Hard forearm to the back.
That just echoed through it. Hey, Eckos.
And Striker finally doing something good for his team. But not good for Damian Adams, as he snuck in that choke behind the back of the referee. Adams trying to fight back.
Just got to watch out for Matt. Oh, look at this. Unbelievable.
Again, referee distraction, and Matthews just driving the point of that chair, that steel chair, right into that side rib area of Damian Adams.
These three guys play by no rules.
Eckos with his feet on the ropes, referee catches him.
Total disregard for authority. I can't believe this. These guys should be suspended. These guys should be fined and suspended. Either way, I don't want to see them here. Oh, come on.
Why on earth would he do something like that in the middle of a match? Nice vertical suplex, though. And only a 2 count. Adams will not say die.
They call him Debonair Damian Adams. He's smooth with the ladies. He's smooth in the ring. Let's just hope he can, you know, turn that into a win.
Look at that Russian leg sweep.
Right into a clothesline of
There
some
you go.
sort.
Thank you.
I was amazed too.
Again, a 2 count. Eckos starting to get frustrated. I think he needs some more advice from Matthews.
Putting the boots to going to the top, signaling. Oh, jumping choke.
The flying choke.
This guy is a lightweight. I don't think I've ever seen him go to the top rope.
Does that qualify him as a luchador?
In his mind, maybe. This guy is the anti-lightweight, if you ask me. Matthews having his way with Debonair Damian Adams on the outside.
Ramming his small in the back right into that ring apron. For those who don't know, a ring apron is a thin mat covering up a whole lot of hard wood. And Adams felt the brunt of that and then some, as he is still taking a beating from the new school Joey Matthews.
Doesn't the ref know something's going on?
Eckos must be quite a conversationalist to be keeping the ref's attention for this long.
Finally getting him back in the ring.
This trick in the book, laying that leg right over the throat of Damian Adams. You're not going to get that one over on our referees.
Adams firing back up to the turnbuckle.
Adams blocking that whip. Flip over by Adams, nice move. Eckos didn't realize it. Flip over by Eckos and a super kick. Perfectly placed. That should do it. Here we go.
Adams fights back. Beautiful, beautiful.
Eckos is now furious. He was sure that that was it. And he says he's going to the top.
He's actually going, his feet are actually leaving the mat.
He's up there, and he's brought right back down. That may cancel his Saturday night plans, although I doubt he had any. Adams with those chops.
Saturday night plans just involved him in front of a mirror, if you ask me.
Adams was looking for the superplex, but that's blocked. And again, Eckos going for the high cross body, nobody home. Adams just managing to get out of the way. He's got him up and down. Big time move by Adams, too. That should have been a 3 count for sure.
Here we go again.
We saw this same thing in our first contest tonight. Striker, too stupid for lack of a better term, to take advantage. Eckos on top though, in position for the pin. He got him, Mike.
No matter what, it's a win. No matter how you look at it, no matter what you like about those three guys, what you don't like, they pulled out a victory this time.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter what our opinion is of them. Rob Eckos turning things around for Matthews and his minions. Eckos picking up a big-time victory over newcomer Damian Adams here tonight. And look at the celebration.
You know what? Their plan didn't work with Josh Daniels. It worked this time. Guess new face, don't really know the ropes. What can you say? Now he's getting his lesson.
I don't know if I'd say he doesn't know the ropes. Adam's impressed us a heck of a lot. We're definitely going to see him back here in 3PW. And what do we have here? I think we're about to have a visitor, Mike. Somebody's crashing the party.
Uh-oh. Here comes Annihilation.
Led to the ring by Todd Gordon, the enforcer of 3PW, hitting the ring again. We know Joey Matthews has felt the brunt of his power before, and he's sending Striker to take the beating. Big choke slam by Annihilation.
That might knock some sense into him. Eckos going up for the ride.
Matthews throwing his boys to the wolves. And Annihilation, one guy left. One guy down, 3 guys down actually. Annihilation taking care of all 3 men.
They don't call him Annihilation for nothing. That's not just some witty nickname. There's a reason. This man is a bruiser. This man just doesn't care.
Annihilation, kind of like the A-team. You never see him around, but he's there when you really need him. Damian Adams sure as heck needed him tonight. He came out and he took care of business. John Finnegan, your referee for this match. As we await the arrival of our first competitor. Maybe Striker's back there trying to clap hands with him or something.
You know, and I'd try to get out of Striker's way as quickly as possible if I were him.
Either that or maybe the Mad Dog is trying to add him to his stable.
Mad Dog's running circles around him right now, probably. Does he ever get dizzy from doing that?
I think he's pretty dizzy 24/7.
I would be too with those glasses.
Frank Talent, our commissioner, getting a big pop from our Philly crowd. Viking Hall, right here in the heart of Philadelphia, the greatest wrestling city in the world. We've shown it already tonight that 3PW embodies the Philadelphia wrestling spirit more than any other organization I can remember. And here comes Sixx-Pac. Sixx-Pac proved over the last few months that he belongs in the world of wrestling. No more sports entertainment for him. He can still hang better than ever, as a matter of fact, as a serious wrestler.
In these past few months with 3PW, I learned one thing. X-Pac does not suck. This man is dangerous. This man is a veteran. He's still young, though. I mean, look at him. This guy, he's been through many injuries. He kept coming back. This guy is tough, intensified. This guy is everything we come to expect from 3PW.
One of the best in the world, and he's in his prime, if he's even hit it yet. And we've got him right here at Pro Pain Pro Wrestling as Sixx-Pac circling the ring, taking in the appreciation and the respect of all of these Philadelphia faithful.
This man is so popular right now. I bet you he could run for mayor in Philadelphia.
And you see Sixx-Pac wearing that 3PW shirt, proudly displaying the wrestling organization that he calls home. Top stage, about 20 feet below. Just an incredible battle all the way through, and we're getting set for another incredible battle. Sixx-Pac and Kid Kash, two of the greatest high flyers in the history of our business, one-on-one, head-to-head, right here, right now.
Sixx-Pac asking for the microphone.
I couldn't resist myself. I had to get a mic. I got to get my mouth. This building is a very special building to a lot of people, and it's the last time Bigelow is going to be here. I didn't have the pleasure of working here before. But it's been really fun, and it's been an honor to be here. A lot of people just going to state the obvious. People know I was supposed to wrestle Too Cold Scorpio tonight. And for whatever reason, he's not here. Well, there's one particular group in particular that's done their damnedest to try to stop 3PW from putting on shows for people and bringing in stars to entertain people, and they try to pay them money to not come or whatever. The fact that what I'm getting at is, regardless of what they try to do, and regardless of whether or not they will release on this building, tonight we're going to give you the best freaking show we can.
Amen, brother.
My sentiments exactly.
Preach on, Brother Waltman.
And I'm going to wrestle Big Kash. I'm a big fan of his. I know you people like him in this building. And Kid, I'll give him a press. I think it'd be great if she gets her answer with boy.
Sixx-Pac showing his respect to Viking Hall, showing his respect to 3PW, but now time to get down to business.
All in the spirit of competition.
One-on-one, mano-y-mano, the way it should be.
Unlike Matthew's minions.
Well, Sixx-Pac's been there, he's done that, he's run with gangs before. He's been through all that, but now he wants to make it in the sport of wrestling on his own. He's been doing a heck of a job. and some psych out tactics.
Speaking of a former gang,
the first ever meeting between two of the best as far as aerial offense goes.
psych out by Kid Kash right there.
Nice mat wrestling by Sixx-Pac to a lateral press, getting a quick 1 count.
Sixx-Pac with the size and experience advantage right here.
And now David Kid Kash using his mat skills, showing he can hang even with a veteran like Sixx-Pac. Two of the quickest guys we've ever seen in our sport. We should mention that as well. Maybe we'll find out who's quicker.
Very quick, very agile, both of them. This should be a great match.
Double leg takedown, spinning around, classic Waltman. Sixx-Pac just stomping over Kid Kash, letting him know who's boss at this juncture, this early juncture in the contest.
Well, look at this. Kid Kash is totally unfazed by that.
Kash a pro, and even though he hasn't had the worldwide notoriety over the years, as long as Sixx-Pac has, he's a veteran as well. He's been all around the world, and he's had a lot more experience in this arena.
Yes, this is definitely a home field advantage for Kid Kash. Let's see who gets frazzled first. Let's see who cracks. Let's see who throws that first punch in this wrestling match.
We're gonna find out. Full Nelson, switch over, and into a side headlock. Look at the quickness of Kid Kash. He gets caught with a drop toe hold by Sixx-Pac, and now Kash going for the ropes, and another break will occur.
You know, if this was run on the point season, I think they'd both be even right now.
If there was a line for these guys in Vegas, I think it would be too close to call.
Looks like Kash is finally broke. He's throwing that punch, raking the eyes.
And now a nice body scissors, locked on hard, as he's got those arms locked up as well, or he's trying to anyway. Sixx-Pac managing to get his hands together and reverses it. Rolls over into a side headlock, but he's grabbing that left arm of Kash as well.
You know what? Matt Striker, Rob Eckos, Damian Adams, they should all be watching this right now.
Burying the knee.
Those young competitors need to watch veterans like Sixx-Pac and quick, great superstars in their prime like Kid Kash.
And look at this extremely painful move by Kash. He's got those legs locked up. He's also got a chin lock applied. Camel clutch-like situation, but the taller Sixx-Pac able to get to his feet. And now he's got Kash backed up into the corner. Will we see a clean break? No clean break. Elbow right to the side of the head by Sixx-Pac. Ouch. Reverse knife edges. And Kash firing with one of his own. Straight at the chest, and here's Sixx-Pac. I think both of them have cracked Mike. Sixx-Pac missing, a rare miss for him with those feet of fury. That gives Kash the opportunity to put him right back down to the mat.
You gotta watch out for the educated feet of Sixx-Pac. That's what Kid Kash is doing right now. If he has him tied up in knots, he can't use those martial arts.
Well, Kid Kash, one of those rare competitors who is actually quick enough to evade those lightning feet. And he's got a front face lock of sorts locked in. Sixx-Pac again regaining his footing. That's something that Kash was trying to avoid. He gets sent into the ropes, and he sends Sixx-Pac down. Reverse heel kick.
Beautiful, beautiful heel kick. Now this match is really picking up.
Kash avoided defeat once, but he couldn't do it forever, and now he's bailing out, trying to catch a breather. Again, both guys among the greatest high flyers ever in our sport. Thus far, they've kept it very mat-based, very low risk as they feel each other out. Kash coming back into the ring, and Sixx-Pac meeting him with some strikes and a snapmare, followed by the power drive leg drop, as only Sixx-Pac can do.
Shoot kick right to the back.
Sixx-Pac, we've seen him get his opponents in the position before. He was going for that big maneuver. Nobody home though. Kash again using his quickness to get out of the way.
To the outside. This has gone from being competitive to highly aggressive and violent.
It is broken down in the spirit of competition. And here we go. They're lighting each other up now. And Sixx-Pac fired up. He backed Kash all the way to that rail. And double
Into the rail.
man. Kid Kash tasting that steel that he's felt so many times in this building. But he's never felt it from a guy like Sixx-Pac.
To the top for Sixx-Pac.
Gonna try some of that high-risk offense. Kash rolling it to the ref. Don't know if that was inadvertent or not, but some positioning. And look at that! A pile driver from the second rope and a 3 count. And Kid Kash out of nowhere picking up the victory.
Beautiful, beautiful move. Nobody could get up from that.
A spirited battle by both guys. You might even say Sixx-Pac dominated most of it, and he was looking to take to the skies, but Kash too quick on this encounter, too fired up in Philadelphia, and he gets the victory. And now Kid Kash with something to say. Making it abundantly clear that tonight, at least, Sixx-Pac was not on his level. Sixx-Pac still laying still in the ring. He got pile driven from the second rope, and he may be seriously injured.
Sixx-Pac has had a serious history of neck injuries. Let's just hope he can get up from this.
We got our security get into the ring, seeing what the problem is. Hopefully we'll have some help. We're gonna have to have somebody check out Sixx-Pac to see exactly what the extent of the damage is.
celebration for a tremendous competitor, Sixx-Pac.
He's got nothing to apologize for, Mike. He did a heck of a job. He always does a heck of a job. Get well soon is all we can say.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time we're going to break. We'll be returning in 2003. Obviously, not in this building. We're in the process of talking with several other locations. Be sure to keep up with 3PW on the website, 3pwrestling.com, for information on upcoming shows, new town, and obviously what buildings we'll be running in. Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest will be scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Your referee, Jim Mono.
This can only mean one thing.
The dirty old man of 3PW.
Rockin' Rebel.
You know, Mike, last month, I likened the Rockin' Rebel to that friend of your father's who your mother never wants to come over the house. I've changed my mind. I think Rockin' Rebel is more like that one old guy at every frat party who graduated 15 years ago, but he's still hanging around trying to hit on freshmen. That's the Rebel.
How about he's the old guy who stands outside of the elementary school during recess?
I'm not going to ask how you know that.
I think I've been in this ring twice already.
Why do they keep giving him the microphone?
I can give you a job picking apples in my orchard tomorrow night, brother. Well, as some of you know who came here last month, I wrestled the Amish Roadkill. And I beat him, I fireballed him. It was a real barn burner. I decided, hey, I've already beaten the guy, so why wrestle him again? Don't need to do it in front of these losers here in Philly because their Eagles suck. Trust me, the Super Bowl is going through Green Bay this year. Don't do it, Dad will not carry this team to the Super Bowl. They suck, just like you people. That's why I'm not wrestling.
If he's not wrestling, why does he have his wrists taped?
Are you complaining? I'm just glad to see him go.
There's the angry Amish Roadkill.
The angry Amish warrior. Looks like he's not going to let this battle go to the wayside. The Rebel will fight whether he likes it or not. And Roadkill did get a fireball thrown directly in his face last month, and he wants revenge. We talked about some football. I should say the Rebel talked about some football before this match started. But the Rebel has that shirt over his head thanks to the Roadkill hockey style. He can't even see where he is as he gets back suplexed.
Do they even know what football is in Amish country?
I have no idea. I tried to ask one of them while I was taking their picture, and they just ran away from me.
Yeah, they ran away from me too, but you know, I kind of took all their money.
Big power slam.
They don't fight back.
Roadkill.
This one does.
Roadkill wanting to avenge that loss last month to the Rebel. Rebel still hasn't gotten that t-shirt off. Maybe that's because it's skin tight. Rebel using some agility, but he took a second to look at the crowd. He got sent to the floor.
This is the angry Amish warrior. He's not going to sit around and churn butter and make quilts. This guy is going to kick the Rebel's ass, and you know what? I'm kind of thankful for it.
And the Roadkill, maybe the only guy revered enough, the only guy with enough of a cult following in Philly to be able to put on the guy's hat and get away with it.
And the t-shirt goes over his head again.
A wayward punch by the Rebel, but all he found was steel post, further injuring himself. And it looks like Roadkill is well on his way to gaining some revenge. I'm not sure if he cares about winning the match. He just wants to beat the crap out of the Rebel.
Pretty sure there's lots of people out here that want to beat the crap out of the Rebel.
Rebel falling into those ropes, tripping up Roadkill. Bad break for the angry Amish warrior.
Rebel getting a trash can lid. This could only be more problems for the Roadkill.
And the referee getting there just in time. 3PW has the best refs in the business. And look at the Rebel chopping away on our referee. And our refs aren't going to throw a disqualification. They're going to fight right back. And that's what we're seeing right now. Knife edge, Fargo strut. And a side slam by the Roadkill. By Roadkill, I should say. Only a 2 count.
Beautiful side slam. That should have been it right there. This man's Rebel claims he didn't want to come to fight, but you know what? He's kind of holding his own right now.
Well, he's got to. He's in a battle for survival now. And what's he going for now? He's looking in his pockets for something. Could we see another fireball? Looks like he's loaded up. No can do. Roadkill with that garbage can as a shield. Using that lid as a shield. Roadkill will fly as the crowd comes to their feet.
Roadkill going to the top.
300 pounds down on the Rebel. And a 3 count.
Decisive victory for the Roadkill. Rebel couldn't quite get that fireball, but it wouldn't have happened anyway because Roadkill had that trash can lid, and he comes out the victor.
Rebel getting exactly what he deserved. Roadkill getting a great measure of revenge. Roadkill is your winner. This music once already tonight.
Goes from bad to worse. This should be the third member of Matthews Minions, the ringleader himself, Joey Matthews.
The new school making his way to the ring, conspicuously alone. I thought he'd have his boys with him.
Maybe he had enough of that nutcase Matt Striker and that egomaniac Rob Eckos.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring at this time from Fairfax County, Virginia, weighing in tonight at 206 1/4 pounds, this is New School, Joey Matthews.
Joey Matthews looks fired up, and maybe this is a lesson for his minions. Maybe Rob Eckos, maybe Matt Striker looking on from the back. Maybe he's gonna show him how it's done here tonight. But right now, here comes the guy that he's gonna have to put down in order to give them that lesson. Another newcomer to 3PW who's determined to bring you the best and the most talented young competitors in the business.
This, of course, is the rubber match for Matthews Minions. Taking on another newcomer, like you said. I've heard of this NOSAWA guy. This guy is dangerous.
NOSAWA hailing from Mexico City, integrating Japanese style with that lucha libre style from south of the border.
And it looks like Joey Matthews is going to try that chair style.
Matthews unsuccessfully bringing a chair into the fray. No can do, says John Finnegan. And the double bird, if you will, from NOSAWA.
You know what? I don't know how much English NOSAWA knows, but as long as he knows the double bird, that's enough to get him by here in Philadelphia.
Well, so far we've learned that both guys in the ring have one heck of a strut. Maybe we'll see John Finnegan try his luck. No can do. Here we go, some nice throat thrusts. We're starting off quick, nice duck under. Sliding through was NOSAWA, and a low blow early on, followed by a pinpoint kick to the forehead of Joey Matthews. He's laid out. And NOSAWA continuing the assault, not letting Matthews catch his breath. Firing up those chops and knife edges. And whip reversal by Matthews, who gets caught with that big boot of NOSAWA. And a clothesline puts him right back down. Maybe Matthews is giving that decision not to bring Striker and Eckos out here a second thought. As a matter of fact, I'm almost sure he is. He could use all the help he could get.
You know what I like about NOSAWA so far? I mean, besides the fact that he's a great competitor, he's getting the fans to tell Joey Matthews exactly what he believes.
Not that they've ever needed much encouragement before. Matthews, one of the most hated guys in 3PW. And Matthews getting the advantage now, throwing NOSAWA straight out of the ring.
Matthews, strong forearms to the back. Beautiful chops.
Matthews could really hurt you with those forearms.
That'll hurt anybody right there.
Quick double eye poke. And a straight right hand. Face to the steel. And Matthews is now dominating outside the ring.
Let's just hope that Striker and Eckos are watching right now to see how it's done.
Well, maybe not right now, as NOSAWA firing right back. We've already seen glimpses of a strong martial arts background from NOSAWA, and going toe-to-toe with him for any extended period of time may be a mistake, but Matthews right back with those forearms to the shoulder blade. NOSAWA proven to be one tough cookie out there, as once again he has Matthews reeling, taking everything Matthews has, absorbing all that punishment, and coming back with more and more blows of his own.
This NOSAWA is one tough cookie. He's taken everything Joey Matthews is throwing at him, and he's showing no signs of it. This is great. This guy, I love this guy.
He took too much time, though, showing off for the fans a little bit. Maybe caught up in the moment, as these Philly fans, the best in the world, really seem to be into him.
Hard clothesline from Matthews off the top. He should really capitalize on this. He should go for the pin right now.
And he is. 2 count for the new school Joey Matthews. Nice snapmare off the ropes. Winds up. And a fist drop right to the throat region.
So that's where Striker got it.
They love it when a plan comes together. Obvious to see the teachings of Matthews in his minions, but now it's the real deal. It's the original. It's the new school himself taking newcomer NOSAWA to task as he cinches down on that arm.
Interesting submission move, using various points of, well, he was able to get out of that, so.
NOSAWA kicking his way out of that one. Here comes Matthews again with a big chop.
NOSAWA showing us exactly what he thinks of our cameraman.
I think he said Smart Mark video is #1 as Matthews' face hits the turnbuckle. Some face rakes by NOSAWA. And if you like your Japanese wrestling, you like that move. Nowhere for Matthews to go as he took one straight to the face. And that would be 2 feet, that is, straight to the face.
I think we can call that number 5 on the menu.
Matthews struggling to maintain his footing. Meanwhile, NOSAWA sticking that chair, propping it up between those turnbuckles in the corner. And Matthews' face hits the steel. Holy crapola.
Wow. NOSAWA putting him in the tree of woe. I think Matthews has been in woe since this match began.
Signature move of 3PW veteran by the name of Kevin Sullivan, that trio woe. What's he got in store? Drop kick, baseball slide, flush again to the face. And I'm not so sure how good looking Matthews was before this match, but he's going to be even worse now. Again, only a 2 count. And NOSAWA visibly angry now.
Release German suplex. Beautiful, beautiful move.
And again, NOSAWA turning his attention away from his opponent. He's ready. Shining wizard-like maneuver. That could be the knockout blow. So close. But yet so far for NOSAWA. Matthews somehow managing to get his shoulder up. I'm not even sure he knows where he is.
You know, even though he's on the losing end right now, Matthews is showing his students exactly what to do, how to fight back, that true intensity that only veterans like Joey Matthews have.
He's showing them how to get his butt kicked is what he's doing. Matthews being dominated. Nice float over. Reverse diving DDT position. 2 and a 3 out of nowhere, Mike.
Time left, 7 minutes, 51 seconds. Your winner, the new school, Joey Matthews.
Joey Matthews somehow, I have no idea. He must have cashed in on some sort of deal with the devil there, because 99 times out of 100, there's no way a guy takes a beating like that and comes back, but somehow Matthews sneaks himself a victory.
Great competitive match, but even in defeat, this guy NOSAWA has really impressed me. This guy is great. He has all the charisma, all the right moves. I can see him going places.
He really impressed us and the fans here tonight. But Joey Matthews, the new school, the leader of Matthews Minions, shows him how it's done. He's your winner. the Sudan. I didn't know Abdullah was a fan of the blues, but at least one of these two are going to be singing the blues tonight, if not both of them, because that punishment that these two men are about to put each other through is something that you rarely see, and not only in wrestling, something you rarely see in life.
I'm just wondering what circus did he get that tent from that he's wearing? I should watch my mouth. This guy will carve my head.
Two of the greatest brawlers that we've ever seen in our sport. I think it would be fair to call both of these guys true legends. But don't call them over the hill, because both guys as tough, if not tougher, than they have ever been. And they are about to take it to each other in this Falls Count Anywhere contest.
I'm going to call them whatever they want me to call them, because I fear for my life right now.
Abdullah the Butcher, I believe, over 4 decades in this great sport. So you know he's a tough guy. Bam Bam Bigelow, well, the guy has tattoos on his head. That should tell you something.
He has tattoos. Abdullah has scars as thick as, you know. Well, that girl I saw the other night. Pretty deep.
I don't even want to know what you're talking about. We're set for action. Bam Bam Bigelow. I'll tell you how tough Bam Bam Bigelow is. Bam Bam Bigelow, not too long ago, diagnosed with a potentially career-ending back injury. Bam Bam Bigelow said, I don't think so. No injury is ending my career before I say it's ending my career. And here he is, back at full strength and ready to take on one of the most dangerous men we have ever seen in wrestling.
He has to watch Abdullah. Abdullah has loads and loads of weapons hidden on him at all times. Look, the fork's already out. This match just started.
The ironic thing is I hear Abdullah, you know, at dinner time, he eats with his hands.
Somebody has to tell him his priorities are all wrong.
Bam Bam Bigelow taking it to Abdullah. I'm not expecting a whole lot of Hurricane Ranas or waist locks.
Arm drags. Just punches, kicks, and a lot of blood, a lot of weapons, a lot of violence. This is the brawls. This is the brawls right here.
Definitely the brawls. I'm actually not expecting a whole lot of moves that there are more than one syllable. But
kick, punch, fork. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And Bam Bam Bigelow has repossessed that fork and going to town, but Abdullah right back with that underhand chop right to the throat. He can still throw him.
Headbutt from Abdullah.
Two of the greatest headbutters ever in the ring right now.
No, absolutely. We saw a great flying headbutt from Daniels before, but Bam Bam Bigelow, one of the innovators of that move. He definitely used that to lots and lots of victories in his career.
And Abdullah's used that move with a great deal of frequency as well. And Abdullah just measuring Bigelow, who comes back with a right hand, and the second one, and a third.
Head of steam by Bigelow.
And Abdullah, surprising speed to get out of the way of that one.
I'd want to get away from that too, you know?
And now Bigelow, not where he wants to be when you're facing Abdullah the Butcher in a prone position. You better get to his feet quick because Abdullah can do just about anything. He'll poke you, he'll bite you. Or he'll just chop you in the throat once again.
So that's just a great move for Abdullah the Butcher. He uses less energy from that, and it takes a whole lot out of his opponent right there. Takes away the breath, and it hurts like heck. Like, can't stress that enough. This is great.
And now focusing on that throat area is Abdullah, draping Bigelow across that rope and trying to use it to choke out the beast from the east.
You know, they should change his name from the Butcher to the Strangler.
Bigelow slowly making his way to his feet. And now we see that headbutt from Abdullah. Minimal contact gives Bigelow an opportunity to fight back with some boots to the ample midsection, putting it lightly, of the Butcher.
See, Abdullah has a good idea here. He has his pants hiked up high, so everything is below the belt. Everything is an illegal move by Bam Bam Bigelow right here.
Bigelow driving fists and forearms into that sternum area, one of the thickest parts of Abdullah's body. And Abdullah just absorbed all that punishment. As we could see, he had enough wherewithal to come back with that boot.
I wouldn't be surprised if that boot was loaded right there, Jerry.
Loaded or not, he's got those traditional pointy boots that add a whole nother dimension to his kicks if he aims them the right way. And now Bigelow sent off the opposite side and gets caught with another thrust right to the throat.
And here comes Bigelow rolling out of the ring. This is where the falls count anywhere comes in. Let's see, Abdullah follows him.
Abdullah standing his ground. He will have to make a decision whether he wants to keep it in the ring or outside, but it looks like Bigelow's going to make that choice for him. And Abdullah, he can hardly fit under the rope. He's so gigantic.
Just like Winnie the Pooh. But you know what? He's a demented Winnie the Pooh. This guy will break the honey pot and carve you open with it. Where's Bigelow going?
Bam Bam Bigelow on the move.
Brings out the table.
Well, we knew this would get ugly, but it's getting real ugly real fast.
Actually, that's not a table, sorry. Brings out just a piece of wood. He doesn't even care what he picks up right now.
I don't think he's real concerned with furniture quality right now. He's concerned about wood and putting his opponent through it. And Abdullah the Butcher prone on that table. And Bigelow looking to splash him through that diagonally placed table, but nobody home. Again, Abdullah just manages to escape.
Abdullah pins Bam Bam after that.
6 minutes, 51 seconds.
Brutal matchup.
These guys beat each other up as badly as you expect to see in an extreme matchup like that. In the end, Abdullah, with his surprising quickness tonight, getting out of the way. Bigelow eating the wood, and he gets put down for the 3 count.
This is what we've been waiting for. This is where all the marbles.
The rematch of the year, one might say. Former champion versus the current champion. And the challenger, a hardcore icon here in Philly, making his way to the ring. It's the Pitbull, Gary Wolfe. Has been clamoring for this rematch for what he feels is his 3PW title ever since the moment he lost that title to the champion, Sabu. He feels that he deserved the title shot. He didn't get an immediate one, but he cemented his status as the #1 contender in a great victory last month over Jasmine St. Clair's boy, Toy Jason.
You know what, Sabu had a really big obstacle in Sixx-Pac last month. Now he takes on the former champ. This one should be great.
The first time these guys did battle, they went all over the arena and they put themselves and each other through hell and back. And I don't expect tonight to be any different. As a matter of fact, I expect tonight to be twice as devastating, possibly to both competitors. What will each man be willing to do in order to come out victorious, in order to come back the 3PW heavyweight champion tonight?
This is only going to be harder for Sabu. He has to go up against a hungry Pitbull in Gary Wolfe. And have you ever tried to deal with a hungry Pitbull? That's not easy at all.
The world champion, the 3PW champion, Sabu is here, and he's not alone, accompanied by Annihilation and Todd Gordon. Possibly the two guys
Introducing the challenger.
I'll tell you in a second.
From the alleys of South Philadelphia, weighing tonight at 243 pounds. Introducing the Pitbull, Gary Wolfe.
As always, in tremendous shape.
Accompanied to the ring by Annihilation and his manager, Todd Gordon, from Bombay. Weighing tonight at 223 pounds. It is the current 3PW World Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Sabu!
The Pitbull realizes that this could be his big shot. This could be his big chance, at least for a while, at getting back what he feels is his goal. The Pitbull was the first 3PW champion, and he held that title proudly for a good amount of time before dropping it to Sabu just a few months ago.
Look at the Pitbull wrapping that dog collar around his fist. That has spikes. That could seriously injure Sabu. But, you know, I've seen Sabu get up from worse.
As I was saying before, possibly the two guys in the ring, they may be the two guys who are responsible more than any other competitors of causing damage and destruction in this very building over the years.
No, definitely, definitely. These guys are IKEA's nightmare. I'll tell you that right now. They'll use any object they can find: chairs, tables. Hell, they'll even use a fan if you don't watch out.
As long as they don't use us.
Like I said, I'm ready to move right now. I know the other ones falls count anywhere, but these guys just don't care about where the falls take place.
Collar and elbow. Pitbull looking bigger and stronger than ever, and that's saying something.
Big, bad, mean, nasty Pitbull right there. Sabu, madman, come on, homicidal, genocidal, suicidal. These guys are completely nuts.
And Sabu with that entourage who have proven that they will get involved if necessary. Sabu using his quickness to shoot for an ultra-quick pin attempt, but Pitbull is nowhere near ready to even think about going down.
You know, you mentioned before that Pitbull's always in great shape. Don't sell Sabu short. I mean, this guy's had his scars, he's had his injuries, but look at him. He's in great shape himself.
Absolutely. He's in the best shape that we've seen him, and he's performing better since he's become 3PW champ than he has in years as well. This is his career peak right now that we're seeing. We're seeing Sabu at his very best.
You know, Sabu has to be at his best. He has to be better than his best when he's at that champion. You know, there's all the guys in the locker room are gunning for this one man right here.
Sabu grabbing hold of that leg and not wanting to let go. Acting like a rabid pit bull himself is the champ. The pit bull managing to cause a break there, kicking himself free.
You know, this is just the feeling out process right here. These guys know what they have to do after these few moments. These guys will know how far they will exactly have to go for that 3PW championship.
Last month we saw Sabu defend his title in a very competitive match against the guy who we saw earlier tonight, Sixx-Pac. A match that many predicted he would lose, but he was able to win that match in pretty decisive fashion. He's shown he's worthy of being the champ, Mike.
No, definitely. He is a great champion. I hope Sixx-Pac a speedy recovery right now. Let's hope he can get back and challenge Sabu or the Pitbull, no matter who wins here tonight.
Pitbull biting just a moment ago, showing his animalistic side early on, and a full tilt charge into the corner puts Sabu down. Short kick to the ribs, another. Just stomping away is the challenger.
Looking to break Sabu's arm right here.
A move they used to call the Code Red back in the day. Trying to just yank that arm right out of its socket is what the Pitbull is doing. I don't think he's really too concerned about technique right now.
Any way he can get that title back around his waist. This Pitbull, this Gary Wolfe the Pitbull is insane. He wants that championship. He is completely blinded by the goal.
And the Pitbull working on those arms of Sabu. Sabu with one of the highest pain thresholds in the business. He can take just an insane amount of punishment and act like nothing's wrong. And there goes the Pitbull. Action spilling out of the ring.
Action spilling out of the ring. These guys are going to go through hell and back before this match is over. I'll tell you that right now.
Sabu tasting the steel. You saw our timekeeper, you saw our ring announcer, Bob Ortiz. They all got out of the way. They've been in this situation many times before, and they know better than to stick around.
These fans also know what's going on. They're all on their feet. They're all going crazy for this. They know that these men are just going to beat the hell out of each other.
And Sabu throwing that chair point blank, but the Pitbull firing right back. He's got a pretty high threshold for pain himself, especially when he's motivated, and he's never been more motivated than tonight. His shot at regaining his title.
You know, they say you never know what you had until you've lost it. This Pitbull now realizes that when he was the champ, he was everything that 3PW was, and he wants that back. He wants to be the title holder. He wants to be the torchbearer for 3PW once again.
Both guys embody the physical punishment and violence that 3PW is known for. The Pitbull is out in the crowd, and we're going to get a taste of that right now. Sabu missing the mark, trying for the triple jump launcher to the outside, but he missed that top rope, Mike. He went sailing straight into the concrete now.
You know, we really should have had those ropes washed down from Abdullah Butcher and Bam Bam Bigelow before. There's probably blood all over that thing. Let's see if Gary Wolfe can capitalize.
Sabu kicking out. This is what I'm talking about. Any normal man would not be able to continue a match after the fall that Sabu just took. He just fell about 20 feet in a precarious position, no less, right down to the uncovered concrete.
Going for that DVD.
Sabu counters into a sunset flip and almost gets the win. Unbelievable.
You know, Sabu is a great competitor. If he can get up from a fall like that, I actually heard a splat. If he can get up from a fall like that, this man should be your champion.
And now we've got a cross-face maneuver by the Pitbull. And he's looking to put Sabu down and out for good here. He's going for the win. He's giving it all she's got. I don't know if Sabu is going to submit here with his title on the line, but possibly, I guess the Pitbull could try and just make him pass out from the pain, at which point the referee would have to call the match. But Sabu fighting his way out.
I don't know what the Pitbull was thinking. I don't think I've ever seen Sabu quit.
And Sabu is going to go for a high-risk maneuver a second time off the top. And the triple jump moonsault does not land it the way that I think he was looking for. Instead lands squarely on the legs, but still quite impactful on the challenger.
That does some great damage to his ankles and his knees right there. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Gary Wolfe get back up this match.
Sabu totally aware of where he landed with that moonsault, now going to work on those legs. Pitbull just managing to get his shoulder up. Grabbing those ropes, and Todd Gordon shoving his hand off every time. If he can get a good firm hold on those ropes, the referee would force a break.
See, like we saw before with Joey Matthews and his minions, Sabu has his entourage out there, and they're going to help him any way they can to win the match.
Sabu stomping away, but the Pitbull will not stay down as he struggles to get to his feet once again. Instead, he gets sent down to ringside. And now the Pitbull firing back. He's got Sabu prone on a table, and the Pitbull drives it right through with an elbow from the apron.
This could be it.
Could be, that's gotta be it. Then again, if there's one guy who could come back from something like that.
Run like the wind. These guys are both nuts, both punishing each other, both pretty much trying to kill each other for this title.
And look at Sabu, right back to his feet. out goes Sabu now. This has become one heck of a fist fight. We've seen a lot of fists thrown here. And the Pitbull prone on the wooden table on the other side of the ring. Let's see if he can get some revenge. Up to the top, and a leg drop through that hardwood table.
Both men have been put through tables now. Both men are pretty much even on pain. And the fans are echoing my sentiments.
Mine too. And that was not your regular ringside table. That was our timekeeper's table, which is, it looked to be twice as thick as a normal table. You heard that it wasn't even a crack. It was almost like a boom on impact. I think the Pitbull, he may have some serious injuries right now. This has to do it too.
Oh my, he kicked out. I can't believe that. Facebuster.
Arabian Facebuster by the champ.
This should be it right here.
Todd Gordon urging his man for the cover. Not only did he kick out, he kicked out with authority.
Now he's going for the Pitbull to submit. Come think, I haven't seen the Pitbull submit either.
Sabu taking a page from his mentor, the Sheik. Locking in that clutch.
And that only does more damage to the already hurt back from that broken table.
Sabu out of the way of that charge. Off the second rope, a springboard sidekick by Sabu. Followed up by a springboard moonsault off the top. And only a 2 count again. Pitbull trying to fire himself up, but he's just in too much pain right now. I'm not even sure if he can stand on his own for any significant length of time.
Sabu must be thinking to himself, what do I have to do? What more do I have to do to pin this man? What more do I have to dish out in order to keep my title?
We remember what a tough match it was the night Sabu defeated the Pitbull for that championship. Can lightning strike twice? Sabu at this point must even have his doubts.
Looks like a superplex coming up.
And amazingly, the Pitbull able to execute that superplex despite all the punishment to the back.
Coming in. Annihilation on the...
The entourage is officially involved, and the Pitbull, he's pissed off. Todd Gordon goes down. Annihilation comes into the ring, and the Pitbull, Gary, you better turn around.
Here it comes. Looks like it's going to be the choke slam.
We've seen it take out so many guys. A low blow by the Pitbull. He works his way free. And a body slam. We've never seen Annihilation taken off his feet before. The Pitbull did it, but he paid the price.
The big man goes down. I've never seen that before.
Sabu from behind taking advantage of the confusion, looking for another triple jump, but the Pitbull sends him right into that chair that he set up. Death Valley Driver, 1, 2. think this would be more like honor among tough freaking bastards. That's the only way I could say it, because two of the toughest showed respect to each other after all the injury, all the pain that they just put each other through. What a sight. And we've got a new champ. What a night here at 3PW. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check 3PW Wrestling, 3P Wrestling, I should say, .com. 3PWrestling.com for updates on upcoming 3PW events. And make sure you check out smartmarkvideo.com for all the 3PW video releases.